guys, John here, and it's an exciting one for me today. It's Costco tools. I love Costco, I'm here all the time. It's a great little family shopping trip for me, but they've always got some quirky tools, and I've not been in a couple of months. I'm excited to see what new tools they've got on the shelves. Let's see what's coming up. We check out a legless workbench, I test tape measures to breaking point, and I find an absolute bargain. Let's get into it. That's pretty cool, straight off the back. 12 volt FatMax drilled combi driver. Can't see a price, I'm gonna have to go and do a bit of digging, maybe look on the Costco app, but got a nice feel to it, got a nice heft in the hand. Nice little compact set. The head doesn't come off. I thought that might be a combi drill and then it pulls off and then it is also an impact gun. A little slimline belt clip, which is pretty cool. It's a good chunky thing, it feels solid, but it's got like much smaller form factor. Just have to find the price now. Right, let me search it. And I've just figured out the price is here. This is the price. And I think I overlooked it because it's so flipping good. $34.99 plus VAT, so 42 quid for a nice quality little drill driver there. Battery and charger all in a little case. I think that is a flipping awesome little deal, so I'm gonna definitely get one of those. From one Metabo bargain to another, this is flipping hefty thing. Last time I was in Costco, they had a similar Metabo kit, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't as rounded out as this. There's even more stuff in this one, and it's 100 quid plus VAT, so 120 quid. You've got a Metabo 18 volt combi drill. Let's have a look on the back. Metabo 18 volt combi drill, two 2 amp hour batteries, a charger, plus all of this. On the front, full drill bit set, bit kit, knife, tape measure. Where would you find a 3 meter Metabo tape measure to start with? And for 120 quid, I think that's pretty good as well. Let's get that. I feel like there's someone hiding in here. It's got little mirror eyes. One of the Costco staff on security duty. Tell you, this is a right flipping tool haul today. Every item is just piquing my interest. So Stanley is kind of DIY. Stanley FatMax is their heavier duty stuff. I've never seen this though, chrome. And I can see it's got 3.3 meter standout, 2 times blade life. It's quite a wide tape, this. Look at the size of this dual-sided hook here. It's a flipping beast. And it's got 3 rivets in it as well, so pretty heavy duty tape that is. 32 millimeter wide tape and a 3.3 meter standout is pretty impressive for 20 quid. I think that is another item going in the trolley. This is something I see regularly in Costco, these DeWalt organisers, but again, I keep talking about the price because the prices are really good. They have a very small range of stuff, but it's all really well priced. You can pay $24.99 for one of these organisers, easy, $34.99 to 40 quid for a deep and a shallow together, but this is 2 deep DeWalt organisers too. These are great for organising parts in, screws and fixings, but also you can take the tubs out, put a shadow foam insert in there, you've got a nice clear lid, you can see what's in your case, you can actually have 2 layers of shadow foam in here, and it makes a really nice, easy toolkit, and they clip together, so you can have 3 of these, hold the handle in the middle, and it's actually a really nice balanced toolkit as well. So I definitely think I don't just need one, I need 2 of those to make the ultimate toolkit. 15 quid each, definitely a great one that is. And I've got a toolbox to get organised into, which is even better. Air compressor kit, so it's not just a 24 litre compressor, you're also getting a bunch of accessories like a little sandblaster, spray gun, tyre inflator, all for 108 quid. I do love Costco. It's the kind of stuff you have to come here with an open mind, not knowing what you need, because if you thought I need a compressor, would you go to Costco for one? No. But if you were here and you think you might need one in the future, Costco's just for you. But I don't need one right now. There's another cool item. Titanium 103 piece Bosch Drill Bit Set. That is cool. A lot of the time these multi-blow molded drill bit kits are some of the cheapest of the cheap. This one could be the exception to the rule maybe if it's got titanium bits in it. I mean, it does look pretty stock standard to be honest. They don't look particularly good, but 15 quid plus VAT is definitely not a bad price for a 103 piece drill bit set, especially from Bosch Professional. If it's Bosch, it's either green or blue. Green is like the DIY budget stuff. Blue is their professional range, and it's titanium. I think it's worth a punt at 15 quid. And now we're on to a bit of DeWalt. That is a great kit, that is, for 30 quid. It's just amazing really that you can get a 34 piece, 3/8 inch socket set. That's metric 5mm up to 19mm, but you've also got a row of Imperial here as well, 1/4 inch up to 7/8. I have had a DeWalt Socket Set before. I think they've still got it. It's the beastie one up there, the big old 184 piece, which is also a bargain. So I do know that the ratchets are pretty good quality. The 3/8 socket set is the perfect socket set to start with. If you don't have a socket set and you need one, get a 3/8, and for 30 quid, that is a pretty good one to get. I think it's the first time I've seen Stabila in here. This is totally new. This is a triple level pack. We all know Stabila's great quality, and this is their 40cm, 60cm, and 120. This is like a trade, so it's like quite a standard level, trade level, but 10-year guarantee, made in Germany, 36 quid, £30 plus VAT for 3 levels. Good quality levels is flipping amazing, I think. And if you want some more interesting levels from Stabila, maybe the limited edition Dark Shadow or some other cool stuff, check out topnotchtools.co.uk and you'll be able to find a few more options, but I think this is a pretty good start from Costco. It's all about the Bosch today. They've got loads of cool stuff. That is a little Bosch screwdriver, micro screwdriver, so it's 1/4 inch bits and then 1/8 inch bits for 15 plus VAT, 18 quid. That's the thing you've got to be aware of. The main price is ex-VAT. Now I'm buying on behalf of a VAT registered business, so I do focus on this big number. But if you come in here as an individual or a sole trader, the little number is the one you want to pay attention to. So this is 18 quid, but I still think that is a really great deal on a kit that I reckon that's about 30, 35 quid. For a little precision screwdriver bit. Plus you've got this little extender as well. 43 piece set. I think we'll get one of those. Every item is just drawing my eye. This is quite interesting in the fact it's cordless screwdrivers. I've seen many of them. But what is this little bit set? A little compact Bosch bit set with, I can't open it, it's this one sealed. It's got a quirky little 1/4 inch bit set holder with a bit adapter. Also, it's got a bright LED light. Reminds me of the Skill, the little Skill cordless screwdriver, which I think it was similar to actually, 65 quid. But this one comes with a quirky little bit set, and it's Bosch, professional, good stuff. Another obvious pickup on our Costco tool hunt, I think. That's another item I didn't expect to see. A really nice set of Irwin Marples chisels. These are, I would say, one of the most iconic chisel handles that you'll see builders with, or my dad had them. And my best mate, who was a carpenter, and his dad had them. And, and the fact that you can pick up a set of these for 40 quid plus VAT is pretty good going. That is pretty smart. Never had a set of Marples myself, so I think today is my day to get some. DeWalt tool bag as well. The open mouth bags are pretty good because you can actually open it wide enough to have a piece of foam in there and organise the inside. You don't just have to have that like a bucket. Organiser zip pocket there, which is nice. Got some pockets on this side. Strap. Loads of pockets on the outside. 20 quid. That is another one. That's a contender for the organiser. I think the organiser's a pretty good choice because I've got a ready-made insert that you can order on the website. Any colour, they just go straight in. But even with that, I can cut a piece of shadow foam out of a medium sheet or a value pack, stick it in the bottom, kind of upgrade it a little bit, and you can't argue with 24 quid. That is flipping awesome. Definitely getting that as well. This is another little previous pickup. I've already got this exact trolley and it's absolutely awesome, so worth another mention. 3-in-1 this thing, so it's a sack truck, but it turns into a push along trolley, and it also has another function. What was the third one? So you've got a sack truck, you've got a trolley, and then a 4-wheel hand truck. So that folds down and then it's like a flat truck, so you can have really long objects on it. So pretty cool little thing, and this mechanism actually does work pretty well. And that's 90 quid, so pretty banging on the price as well for that. Not quite a tool, but very, very cool. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Shed Rain. This is a tiny little compact brolly, will withstand up to 75-mile-an-hour winds. I'd like to see how big that is. How big does it open? What's the canopy size? 46 inches, 1.1 meters. That is a big old brolly that folds down really small, little button release, $11.99. And I think that would fit in your glove box, which is kind of where you want a brolly, isn't it? Rather than having to get in the boot and get soaked grabbing it, a really sturdy brolly that's small, 1.1 meters, and is going to go in the glove box. I think that is awesome. I think that's coming with me. I think that is that good. I think that might have to be the giveaway for this video. You know how we love to do a giveaway, so if I get 5 of those and you want one, drop a comment down below. Let me know, do you like Costco? Do you have an account? What was your best bargain that you've had? We do the draw over on Shadow Foam channel, so we'll put a link up here so you can see all the other previous draws we've done. So don't miss out, make sure you're in the mixer for one of the Shed Rain windproof compact umbrellas, because I think this is a pretty cool prize. Probably one of the coolest prizes we've had in a while. Old matey. This ladder here is one of my favourite picks from my last Costco tool video. If you want to see that, you can click up here. But I think I bought 3 of these and they're still working hard. I've got them on walls, but it's the perfect 3-step hop up, really solid. 30 quid now. I'm pretty sure that's the same price I paid. Maybe it was a touch less. 30 quid, nice and solid, and they've always got these. Maybe that's because it is Costco branded, but but slightly different to Costco. But maybe it's theirs, I'm not sure, but it's a great ladder nonetheless. Let's keep going. Sadly, this one's broken. There's 3 wheels on my wagon on this example one, but a folding work table is definitely something I'm interested in, if I can work out how it folds. It's 60 quid, but you have to pay £100 for the training day. I'm looking for a little lever. There's one here, it folds up pretty small. Got a shelf on the bottom of it. I think that is pretty cool. Yeah, so the legs fold out like that, and some things you have to pass. Maybe I'll have a look at that next time I'm in here. Vaughan 3.7 metre extension pole for 30 quid. And you get a bunch of long attachments on it as well. Loads of new stuff in here, I'm well impressed. Sometimes with Costco you think you keep seeing the same things over and over, but I've left it a few months since I was last in, and there's tons of new stuff, which is pretty awesome. Let's keep going. That is very flipping cute, isn't it? That's a well high quality little dress up costume. You could just always do with cutting the little feet thing off and having a pair of shoes on. That's pretty cool, isn't it? 35 quid for a pair of these DeWalt steel toes and no VAT on them. Maybe that's something I didn't know. I'm pretty sure. It feels like new news to me that there's no VAT on these safety shoes. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I think they are the best looking one though. Size 10s? Size 10s anyone? What's the size 9s? Ah, right, so even if the picture is dark brown, it can be light, it can be tan. Name Mason, and the dark brown ones are also named Mason. Blimey hell. I open every box and it's a bit of a pot luck. Safety trainers in size 10's not bad. I mean, there is a full pallet behind here. That is the one thing with Costco, if you can't find your size, do you really want to go digging through? There's a pallet of other boxes here. I think we'll leave those. Can't be bothered digging. But pretty good, and they're a nice pair of boots. $34.99, no VAT on them. There we go. Olympia tools, so it's got a bottom in it. That's the top. It's a very flimsy little thing, that. Portable cart. I can't imagine putting much weight in that and having that with tools in, to be fair. Some things are great, maybe some things not so much. A couple of cool items here. 250 quid plus VAT for a little Anker power bank and a folding solar panel, which actually is really nice quality. I mean, everything from Anker is really, really good. This is Anker Solix. That is pretty compact, isn't it? That's a big solar panel folding right down into like, just not far off the size of an iPad, just a bit bigger than an iPad. And then this thing, 300 watt IP67, so it's a waterproof thing. It's got a light, that's pretty cool, isn't it? It's got a light on the top. That is pretty good. So it's a lantern, power bank, loads of USB-C and USB-C. Pretty cool, but I've already got one of these, so I don't need one. The other thing I've got and don't need is a Metabo miter saw. But that's pretty cool. 137 quid for a Metabo one. But I'm not in the market for one, so I'll leave that. I think that would be a nice addition to the camping setup. Trampoline. That's pretty cool. That's sprung. It doesn't have the springs around the outside. It's like undersprung. Can't see the price this side. It must be the other side, but that's a pretty weird looking trampoline. There you go, 600 quid. You need a big old trolley to get it out of here. Well, that is pretty cool. I like this. The big danger for kids on these trampolines is like the outside springs and going down the side. We had one in the garden, and to be fair, my kids flew out they always forget to zip up the little enclosure and go flying out the door. But the other risk is going down the side. So that is pretty cool. I like that. Get a photo of that. That's one to share with the missus. Let her know there are now safe trampolines out there. And there's one hanging from the ceiling in Costco. Always worth a look at the Lego. Tell you what, they've got some cool stuff out. That is very cool. 143 quid though is no joke, but that is a very, very cool Lego set. A bit of me. Well, I would be torn though. I think that is possibly an even faster F1 vehicle. How much is that one? 120 quid, a little bit less. There's something you don't see every day, and it looks like it's either the last one. It's a beastly little DeWalt shovel. It's got a bit of a spike on the end. That's for like really kind of hammering it into a bag of stone, and it can actually get in there because it's got a point on the end. Lifetime warranty shovel, and it's the only one. It's the kind of thing that I was seeing in America, not so much over here, but maybe we take it to the till to get a price on the old DeWalt shovel. I think it's just been randomly left. But with that, I think we've exhausted the place for tools. That'll be the last pickup. Let's get this lot paid for, back to the workshop, and I'll talk you through what I found. So I'm back from Costco, and I've got a table full of stuff, and I think that was my fullest shopping cart or shopping trolley ever. So what am I doing with all the tools that I've picked up from Costco? Well, I'm taking it all over to Whatnot to auction it all at £1. All of these items that you can see right in front of you will be for sale on Monday at 7 p.m. on Whatnot, starting at £1, which is pretty exciting stuff. I do love the auctions. I've been doing it for a few weeks now. And for those asking, what is Whatnot? It is an exciting new platform for auctions. And we all love an auction. I love an auction. This is today's modern auction. It's very fast paced, and I'm selling tools on it. But it's not just tools. You can buy coins, collectibles, Lego, Pokemon cards, Amazon returns. There is something for everyone on Whatnot. Click the link down in the description. That'll take you to install the Whatnot app. If you use my link, you'll also get £10 credit to spend on the app, which is pretty cool. You can get a lot of tools for £10 when it's all starting at £1. It's all on my show at 7 o'clock on Whatnot, so don't miss it. Head over there, create your account, bookmark the show, and I'll see you on Monday. But before I get into my top 10 picks from Costco, because some of these are standout and there was a clear #1 winner for me, let me first start off and show you the WinPro Shed Rain 75-mile-an-hour umbrella. Having an umbrella in the boot is great, but you do have to get to the boot, and when it's absolutely throwing it down, you can get pretty wet going from your car door to your boot. So having that in the glove box, I think, is better. And the fact it stands up to 75-mile-an-hour winds sounds like you're not going to have that embarrassing moment when your umbrella goes inside out and you're fighting an umbrella. But that's still pretty big, 1.1 meters wide, going down that small. Nice little automatic action. Feels pretty solid, that does. I can see why they say it stands up to 75-mile-an-hour winds. It's black with a little bit of red detail in it as well, so just my colours. And if you want one of these, I bought 5 extra, 1 for my glove box and 5 more. So drop a comment down below. Let me know if you had any amazing tools from Costco, if you had any Costco bargains. All those comments are entered as long as you've subscribed to the channel. And we do the giveaway draw over on the Shadow Foam channel, and I'll put a link up here. You can go and check out all of our previous prize draws, and it's pretty fun stuff. We do love the giveaways, so get involved. There's 5 of these, so you've got good odds of getting one. But with that being said, let's get into the top 10, and I'll show you my number 10 pick. Now, before I show you number 10, we've got another Brucey bonus, and that is not 1, but 2 tool bags, tool cases. So we've got the £20 DeWalt soft bag, which I think for 20 quid is pretty amazing. It's waterproof, padded, 1200D durable. And the main thing I like about it is it's gusseted. It's got one solid zip, but then when you unzip it, it opens up to a nice wide bag. You can have foam in the bottom if you wanted. It's got pockets, it's got a zip compartment, and it's got a load of pockets and zips on the outside as well. So that feels to me like a lot more than 20 quid's worth of tool bag from DeWalt, which is awesome. And then on the other side, we've got the DeWalt organisers. These were 25 quid, so £12.50 for one plastic clear lid organiser. Now I've got a couple of these already, and I highly rate them. I think they're absolutely great, really nice and solid. They all clip together. Now they don't integrate with the T-stack system or the Tough system. They are kind of a standalone. But you can get narrow versions and half stacks that will integrate as well. So there is a little bit of choice. And inside it's full of totes. You've got 2 sizes, like a wide and then a narrow, and they all lift out as well, which is pretty handy. But you can also add shadow foam inserts to these, and we have shadow foam inserts ready-made that slot straight inside. Nice snug fit. They're a really nice insert, this one. And you can organise tools in there. You can also have 2 layers. You could have a 50mm and a 30mm and have like a layer of tools. And with a clear lid, you can see straight through to know what's in there, which I really like. They're also waterproof with this seal. They're IP53 rated, which is pretty cool for a toolbox. So as always, as I go through the tools, I will get a little bit of a layout going for some shadow foam cutting at the end. But they are the Brucey bonuses. What is item number 10? Well, we're starting strong with the 103-piece Bosch Drill Bit Kit. And the thing that stood out to me here is that it's titanium and it's Bosch Professional. It's not their green Bosch hobby DIY level stuff. It's a 103-piece drill bit kit for 15 quid with titanium drill bits, which they don't look titanium. They just look like the standard high-speed steel drill bits. The only bit that's titanium is these metal drill bits. But that is number 10. Let me know what you think of that. 15 quid for 103-piece Bosch Professional drill bit kit. It's got some hole saws, nut spinners, 1/4-inch bits, full range of titanium drill bits from 1.5mm all the way up to 7mm. Pretty good, I think. It's pretty good going, and not bad for 15 quid. So that is number 10. Let me show you number 9. Number 9 is another absolute bargain. This thing really surprised me. I couldn't find the price at first. I thought it was going to be around about 45, lowest price, maybe 50, 60 quid. £35 this was, $34.99 for a Metabo 12 volt drill driver in a nice little case. I really like the little bag it comes in. It's a 12 volt with one battery, so it's a nice little compact kit, and I can see already this is better than I expected, because in the store, this had the Combi drill chuck on it, and I thought it might come off. I thought I'd seen this model before online, and I thought that it was a impactor and Combi in one, but I couldn't get the head off. I think maybe the display model had taken a few knocks, but the other thing is I thought it kind of like clipped off. It actually is screwed on. So you can screw that on, and then you've got a little 12 volt Combi drill, 2 different torque settings. It's got an adjustable chuck. It's got a little LED on the front, nice little compact thing, but you can also unscrew the head, put on this little cap, and it's like a little 1/4 inch impact driver, a little stubby one, for 35 quid. Great little item, probably could have been a bit higher up the list than number 9, now I've seen that it is a combination drill. But there you go, that is number 9. Let me show you number 8. Number 8 is another item from Bosch, but this is not Bosch Professional, this is in their white box. This is Bosch Mystery. It must be like the middle zone between green and blue. But it's a really nice quality screwdriver set with a little bonus. This kit comes with its own Brucey bonus, and that is a little extension. So what have we got? It does look like Bosch Professional to me, to be fair, but it doesn't say that. It's that same level of quality. But in here, we've got a 1/4 inch bit driver, and then 20 1/4 inch bits. All nice quality ones as well, colour-coded ones, which is pretty good. All stamped what they are, so that's quite cool. And then over here, we've got a tiny little watchmaker's aluminium screwdriver, and this is like 1/8 of an inch bit. These aren't 1/4 inch bits. These are much smaller bits, and there's 20 of those. So that'll be why it's a 42-piece set then, because we've got the 2 screwdrivers, 20 small bits, 20 big bits, and that is a really nice quality watchmaker screwdrivers too. Aluminium with the little rotating top on it. All nice colour-coded bits. So it's a lovely quality set with that bonus little extension. I wonder if that fits inside the box. Yeah, it fits inside the box as well, which is pretty cool. So 43-piece set. And the real winner for me is, again, the price. I mean, that's why we go to Costco. Let Costco tell us what we need and give us a bargain. And this, at $14.99, I think is a great little bargain. And a nice little pickup to have in any toolkit. Just having some watchmaker screwdrivers is fantastic. But I'm putting everything back as it goes, because these items will be going on Whatnot. So you will be able to bid on all of these items starting at £1 on Monday at 7 p.m. So that is number 8. Let me show you number 7. Number 7 is the triple pack of Stabila Levels. This is a 40 centimetre, 60 centimetre and 1.2 metre Stabila made in Germany level with 10-year warranty for 30 quid. That is, I think, pretty exceptional in terms of price. They've got the social media logos on it, including TikTok, so I will have to check out what is Stabila doing on TikTok. That's interesting. You don't see that very often on tools, a TikTok logo. But they are nice quality, these, individually packed and then bundled together. They call this the trade pack. But 30 quid is just, it's pretty remarkable, I think, to make these in Germany, get them shipped over here into Costco and sell them for 30 quid, including VAT, that is. And they've got these 10-year warranty locked vials, it says, and they've got a slight dome to the vials. That's just to make it easier to see when you're exactly square. So it's not a flat vial, there's a little bit of a dome to it, which is quite nice. So that's the 60 centimetre one. And then 1.2 metre is the same. And another nice addition, they've all got a little hole in them here, so you can actually hang them on your wall. If you have like a pegboard system, you can have these all hanging up nice and protected in your workshop or in your van, however you do them. But 30 quid for those, I think that is an absolute bargain. Let me know what you think of £30 for 3 Stabila Levels. It doesn't have a milled edge, but it's a nice reliable level, and I think a good starting point that would last you a long time. So that is my number 7 pick. Let me show you number 6. Number 6 on the list is the Stanley FatMax twin tape measure set. Now, I didn't expect these to be as good as they are, actually. Stanley FatMax, it's kind of like the Stanley heavy duty stuff, but not as good as some of the other big brands, DeWalt, Milwaukee. $16.99 they are. 32mm wide tape and quite a thick steel tape because it's got a really long standout. It's saying it's a 3.2 metre standout. This is the 5 metre tape. I'm at 2.9, 3, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5. There we go. 3.5 metre standout. And I think that's over-delivered. It's not very often these tape measures over-deliver. It says 3.3 metre standout and I've gone 3.5. That is pretty impressive. Let's go with the 8 meter one. Let's do the double test. Has the 8 meter got any more in it? That one did snap at 3.2. There we go. So running average is 3.3. But the thing I like about it is it's got an extra layer of coating right at the front here to protect that like front section, which always gets a bit more worn. You've also got 3 pins on the little plate, and look how wide that plate is. It's like a double-sided plate, so you can hook it onto a window on both sides. It doesn't have a reverse printing, which is a bit of a miss. I always like a tape with a reverse printing, and it must be like a bit of a limited model. I've not seen this before, chrome. I think that is a pretty good deal on some heavy-duty tape measures. So that is number 6. Let me show you number 5. Number 5 on the list is the DeWalt Shovel. Now, this thing didn't have a price on it, and I do believe I got the last one, but it scanned in at a tenner. A tenner for a DeWalt lifetime warranty shovel with a bit of a pointed end on it, which I think is going to be a lot easier to dig with than your traditional flat shovel. It's also got a little bit of a serration on it, but the lifetime warranty, 10 quid for a DeWalt shovel, a really solid one, I think doesn't need much more explanation than that. That is a solid number 5 on the list and definitely going in my shed. And I reckon this would be a good nominee for our DeWalt Quirky Tools Part 2. We did a pretty cool video all about the DeWalt tools you didn't know existed. Some of them were from America, and DeWalt do have an exceptionally large range of tools, including stuff like this, like a shovel, like you wouldn't expect. So if you want to see a DeWalt Quirky Tools Part 2 and maybe see the shovel again, let me know down in the comments, and you will also be entered into the giveaway as well. So that's number 5. Let me show you number 4. Number 4 on the list is the Metabo Combi Drill Kit, and this thing could have been a bit higher ranked actually, because I am really happy with it for 100 quid. Let's talk about what comes in the front section. It's a clear lid organizer essentially, and you've got a nicely modularized system here, because all of these little sections are their own little trays, and each set of drill bits has got its own little holder as well, so it's quite nice, much nicer than like £15 Bosch set, in the fact that you kind of have to have the whole thing. There's no kind of like customization to it. You could quite happily take a few of these trays out and change them, tweak them, use them for other bits and bobs, which I really like. But what have you got in here? Well, you've got 3 meter Metabo tape, and it's quite a compact little tape this, really thin, metric and imperial, but quite nice. Always happy to have more tape measures in your toolkit. Interestingly, you've also got a centre punch, which wouldn't have been like an obvious pick for me in kind of a multi-purpose toolkit, but they've put one in there. They've got a nut spinner set, which goes from 30mm down to 6mm, so pretty good, and a countersink tool. You've got a set of wood drill bits. The masonry bits look really nice. They're like a twin flute, and they look like really good quality ones. You've only got 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10, but realistically, they're the kind of main ones you need. 6, 8, and 10, I would say, are pretty good ones to have in your kit. A nice set of 1/4" bits, some longer 1/4" bits too, which again, you know, they could have easily just stuffed this full of the really little short 1/4" bits to make up the part count, but instead they put some longer ones in, which I think is great. You've also got a little Metabo pencil and a Metabo snap-off knife. So I think they've not just been going for piece count, which is a lot of these kind of kits like this, they're trying to make that piece count as high as possible, and they'll just chuck any old junk in to push the number higher. But with this, it feels like it's a sensible, nice, balanced kit. And then the main bit, the thing you're paying the 100 quid for really, is the Combi drill from Metabo. It's one of their base models, SB18L, but you've got 2 batteries, and they're both the CAS batteries, which is kind of a new thing in Europe, that all the power tools are going to move to a standard battery system. So I'm guessing with this leaflet in there, this is a CAS universal battery that will fit any power tool. And it's got a little battery indicator on the front. You get 2 batteries in this, 2 2-amp-hour batteries, plus a charger. You've got the drill with a hook as well. And I know Metabo's got a bit of a cult following. There's some people absolutely die hard for Metabo. It's not a brand I've looked a great deal at, but every time I've come across it, it's been a bit of an underdog for me. Quite good value, but still good quality. So a nice little kit, and for 100 quid, you really can't go wrong. And a final little Brucey bonus that I found out, I was looking at this box and thought, I wonder if that's the same as the Metabo Meta box. So, as I have every toolbox under the sun, I went and grabbed the Metabo Meta box, and as you can see, it does look very similar, and they do connect. So you can put this box on the top of a Metabo Meta box or a Strauss box, because they are the same, and that does connect and clip together, which is quite nice. Now you can't connect anything on the top of this, but I mean, that is a nice little top box to have on your stack anyway, isn't it? And obviously, because that connects to the Meta box system, there's loads of different boxes, wider ones, deeper ones, there's a trolley. You can integrate this with the rest of your system, which is pretty fantastic. So, pretty cool pick, I think, for number 4. Let me know what you think of Metabo. Have you got any Metabo tools? What do you think of the brand? I love talking tools down below this video, so drop your comments down below. And with that being said, we're into the top 3. So let me show you number 3. Number 3 on the list had to be the Bosch electric screwdriver, 3.6 volts. Nice little surprise with this. I thought the picture on the front was a small 1/4" bit kit that came with. Actually, that is the kit. That is a little picture of the actual kit you get. And the bits are in the latch. So that's the first time I've ever seen that before. So the latch to hold the case closed has actually got the 1/4" bits in it. Lovely little case this. It's even got a little plastic insert and it hides the cable neatly. Very well thought out bit of design, I think, and a really compact kit. Look how small that is. Nice solid plastic case to store what is a really nice quality electric screwdriver. You've got a few different torque settings. You've got 8 different settings all the way up to a max. You've got a nice bright LED on the front, and then you've got forward and reverse. So just a really simple, you've not overcomplicated it. A nice quality thing, 2 amp hour battery with USB-C charge. So everything's going that way now. I'm glad to see when someone's got USB-C and they don't have to have a whole ruck of different leads and micro USB and stuff. So just a really good quality electric screwdriver in quite a novel little case. I don't even think that could be improved with shadow foam. So that is a pretty cool little pickup for 55 quid, a really solid electric screwdriver. So that is number 3. Let me show you number 2. Number 2 on the list has to be one of the best bargains of the day, I would say, and that is this DeWalt 34-piece socket set in a really solid case. I was really impressed with this. $24.99 this kit is. You've got like a full 1/4" 3/8 hybrid socket set here. So you've got 19mm down to 5mm. Most of these are 3/8, and then about here it goes to a 1/4" bit, and you've got a 1/4" to 3/8 bit adapter. You've also got a full set of imperial sockets from 7/8 down to 5/30 tooths. 30 tooths, and you've got a really nice 3/8 ratchet. This is 72 tooth or 72 tooth. That's a bit of a controversy how you say that. And it's got a really nice, it's just a really nice, fine, smooth little ratchet. Feels really nice. It's got that DeWalt logo on there as well. But all of the sockets are DeWalt branded. This is DeWalt branded. The extension's DeWalt branded. All nice quality, and it's not chunked out with loads of stuff you don't need. It's just a really good quality kit. And another little bonus is it doesn't have a blow molded insert. It actually has a lift out tray, so that could go in the drawer of your toolbox and you could use this for something else. I thought this might be T-stack, but it's not. These interlock with each other, but they don't integrate with the T-stack system. But nonetheless, I think for 25 quid, that for me is an absolute bargain. I think that is worth a lot more than that. I think that is a great addition to a toolkit, a nice compact little set that you can use the case for something else, put the kit in your toolbox, kind of integrate it with the rest of your system. I think that is an absolute winner. Pretty strong second pick, but let me show you what took the top spot. The number 1 pick had to be the Irwin Marples chisels. I think these are pretty iconic, and at 40 quid for a 6-piece chisel set, I think that couldn't be beaten. This is at least a 60, 70 pound chisel set anywhere you go. To find it in Costco at 40 quid in a lovely wooden box, these really nice quality Irwin chisels with that really distinctive yellow and red resin handle, I think is an absolute winner. Now it's a pity they're not through tank with like a metal plate on the top, but these are for like finer working and you don't want to be hitting them with a metal claw hammer or something. I think you need a little wooden fine carpentry hammer, and these will be saved as the best chisels with the a nice sharp edge, and don't be using them for prying paint lids off. But a lovely set of chisels for 40 quid that you can really be proud of. In this case here, you can't even see them. They're hidden away. Why hide them away? Let's get them in this lovely clear fronted box, waterproof, and then integrating with all your other tools. You can then have your best chisels in amongst the rest of your kit. They're there ready when you need them. And hopefully all 6 of these fit on this insert. I don't think we're going to be far off. There we go, look at that. So we're going to get all 6 chisels in, and there's still room for a couple of tape measures here, and I think they're going to look even nicer. I love that yellow and red handle, that looks so cool. Marples. Such a distinctive handle and a really nice quality feeling chisel to be saved for me best chisels, but still 40 quid. I think that is such a good deal. Right, so I've got a layout going. I'm going to cut all these in shadow foam and get them in the case and see how good they look through that clear box lid. So there we go, that's all 6 chisels cut in. Took me all of 8 minutes, that did. So pretty good going to get your tools organised. Just over a minute each. And even if you took double the time I did, I think 16 minutes to get an insert cut and organised for what is going to be years of benefit, knowing exactly where everything is and having all your chisels protected in what is a clear lid organiser. So you can see what's in it. Let's get the final result with that in there, so with the clear lid, you can see what's in there, rather than having them hidden in a wooden box, which you drop that and it explodes. So that has got to be a bit better. Now, final reminder for the giveaway, if you want to get involved and be in with a chance of winning one of the 5 windproof, up to 75-mile-an-hour winds, compact little brolly that goes up to 1.1 meters, I think perfect glove box size, get a comment down below the video. I do read all the comments and I reply to as many as I can. So get involved, we're talking tools, and make sure you subscribe while you're down there. Click the bell icon so you don't miss future videos, and that's all you've got to do to be in with a chance to win one of the brollies. You've got to be in it to win it. And if you're interested in any of the bargains that I found in this video, I will put links to them all down below, but you will need a Costco membership to benefit from these deals. So I'll put a link to go and grab yourself a Costco membership as well. And let me know if you managed to pick up any of these deals and you love them. Let me know in the comments. So there we go, that is my top 10 tool picks from Costco for the year 2025. What a haul. I think they've got some amazing stuff, but it's always changing. By the time you go down there next week or the next couple of weeks, there's probably some different stuff as well. So always worth popping in and seeing what they've got. Join me on Monday night at 7 p.m. because all of these tools are going to be in the auction starting at £1. So all of this you can see here, plus a couple of duplicates. I did get a few of my favorite items to try and make sure get as many people involved as you can. We'll put a link in the description for what not to, and if you use that link and you've not already got an account, you can get £10 to spend on the app. And that's not just on tools, although that's probably the best thing to spend them on. You can spend it on anything you want on the Whatnot app. So there's no reason to miss out. Head over to Whatnot and hopefully I'll see you there on Monday at 7 p.m. But with that being said, thanks very much for watching the video and I'll see you next time.